The employment situation, June 2023. Transmission of material in this news release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday, July 7, 2023. Total non-farm payroll employment increased by 209,000 in June, and the unemployment rate changed little at 3.6%, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Employment continued to trend up in government, healthcare, social assistance, and construction. This news release presents statistics from 2 monthly surveys. The Household Survey measures labor force status, including unemployment, by demographic characteristics. The Establishment Survey measures non-farm employment, hours, and earnings by industry. For more information about the concepts and statistical methodology used in these 2 surveys, see the technical note. Household Survey Data. Both the unemployment rate, at 3.6%, and the number of unemployed persons, at 6.0 million, changed little in June. The unemployment rate has ranged from 3.4% to 3.7% since March 2022. See Table A1. Among the major worker groups, the unemployment rate for whites declined to 3.1% in June. The jobless rates for adult men, 3.4%, adult women, 3.1%, teenagers, 11.0%, blacks, 6.0%, Asians, 3.2%, and Hispanics, 4.3%, showed little change over the month. See tables A1, A2, and A3. The number of long-term unemployed, those jobless for 27 weeks or more, at 1.1 million, changed little in June and accounted for 18.5% of the total unemployed. See Table A12. In June, the labor force participation rate was 62.6% for the 4th consecutive month, and the employment population ratio, at 60.3%, was unchanged over the month. See Table A1. The number of persons employed part-time for economic reasons increased by 452,000 to 4.2 million in June, partially reflecting an increase in the number of persons whose hours were cut due to slack work or business conditions. Persons employed part-time for economic reasons are individuals who would have preferred full-time employment but were working part-time because their hours had been reduced or they were unable to find full-time jobs. See Table A8. The number of persons not in the labor force who currently want a job was 5.4 million in June, little changed from the prior month. These individuals were not counted as unemployed because they were not actively looking for work during the 4 weeks preceding the survey or were unavailable to take a job. See Table A1. Among those not in the labor force who wanted a job, the number of persons marginally attached to the labor force was little changed at 1.4 million in June. These individuals wanted and were available for work and had looked for a job sometime in the prior 12 months but had not looked for work in the 4 weeks preceding the survey. The number of discouraged workers, a subset of the marginally attached who believed that no jobs were available for them, decreased by 112,000 to 310,000 in June. See Summary Table A. Establishment Survey Data. Total non-farm payroll employment increased by 209,000 in June, as employment in government, healthcare, social assistance, and construction continued to trend up. Non-farm employment has grown by an average of 278,000 per month over the first 6 months of 2023, lower than the average of 399,000 per month in 2022. See Table B1. Employment in government increased by 60,000 in June. Employment continued to trend up in state government, plus 27,000, and local government, plus 32,000. Overall, government has added an average of 63,000 jobs per month thus far in 2023, more than twice the average of 23,000 per month in 2022. However, government employment is below its pre-pandemic February 2020 level by 161,000, or 0.7%. Healthcare added 41,000 jobs in June. Job growth occurred in hospitals, plus 15,000, nursing and residential care facilities, plus 12,000, and home health care services, plus 9,000. Offices of dentists lost 7,000 jobs. Healthcare has added an average of 42,000 jobs per month thus far this year, similar to the average gain of 46,000 per month in 2022. Social assistance added 24,000 jobs in June, mostly in individual and family services, plus 18,000. Job growth in social assistance has averaged 22,000 per month thus far in 2023, in line with the average of 19,000 per month in 2022. Employment in construction continued to trend up in June, plus 23,000. Employment in the industry has increased by an average of 15,000 per month thus far this year, compared with an average of 22,000 per month in 2022. In June, employment in residential specialty trade contractors continued to trend up, plus 10,000. Employment in professional and business services changed little in June, plus 21,000. Monthly job growth in the industry has averaged 40,000 thus far in 2023, down from 62,000 per month in 2022. Employment in professional, scientific, and technical services continued to trend up over the month, plus 23,000. In June, employment in leisure and hospitality was little changed, plus 21,000. This marks the third consecutive month of little employment change for this industry. Employment in the industry remains below its February 2020 level by 369,000, or 2.2%. Retail trade employment changed little in June, minus 11,000. Employment continued to decline in building material and garden equipment and supplies dealers, minus 10,000, and in furniture, home furnishings, electronics, and appliance retailers, minus 5,000. Motor vehicle and parts dealers added 6,000 jobs. Overall, employment in retail trade has shown little net change over the year. Employment in transportation and warehousing changed little in June, minus 7,000, and has shown no clear trend in recent months. Over the month, employment edged down in couriers and messengers, minus 7,000, and in warehousing and storage, minus 7,000, while air transportation added 3,000 jobs. Employment showed little or no change over the month in other major industries, including mining, quarrying, and oil and gas extraction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, information, financial activities, and other services. In June, average hourly earnings for all employees on private non-farm payrolls rose by 12 cents, or 0.4%, to $33.58. Over the past 12 months, average hourly earnings have increased by 4.4%. In June, average hourly earnings of private sector production and non-supervisory employees rose by 11 cents, or 0.4%, to $28.83. See tables B3 and B8. The average workweek for all employees on private non-farm payrolls edged up by 0.1 hour to 34.4 hours in June. In manufacturing, the average workweek was unchanged at 40.1 hours, and overtime was unchanged at 3.0 hours. The average workweek for production and non-supervisory employees on private non-farm payrolls remained at 33.8 hours. See tables B2 and B7. The change in total non-farm payroll employment for April was revised down by 77,000, from plus 294,000 to plus 217,000, and the change for May was revised down by 33,000, from plus 339,000 to plus 306,000. With these revisions, employment in April and May combined is 110,000 lower than previously reported. Monthly revisions result from additional reports received from businesses and government agencies since the last published estimates and from the recalculation of seasonal factors. The employment situation for July is scheduled to be released on Friday, August 4, 2023, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.